All right, we're harvesting some buckwheat. Okay, yes. All right. Now, this time, we're all, what do you call that stuff? Fertilize. Well, not all fertilized, but we did a better job fertilizing than we did before. In other words, when we did this little corner here, I'm going to make it go away at some point. But, not right now. Okay, so, we're harvesting some buckwheat. And... oh, we're going to miss that a little bit. That little spot right there is ridiculous because that cone that it won't let me move for some reason. All right, now once you get one round by there, the bumpiness goes away and it's all right. Well, we're harvesting buckwheat. What can I say? I don't think we can give buckwheat to our chickens, which really we need some chicken feed. If we expect to keep making eggs. But I guess we're going to find out. Part of me almost thinks that this would be better pastoral lands than a farm land, just because of the shape and all that crap. But we're not at the stage where we can just have animals, so because we need to make money. And I would love to be able to smooth some of this land out a little bit, but Jesus, like this thing is horrible. I picked possibly the worst field in the history of fields. Okay. Excellent. But yeah, we'll get after this. Books, give me something jazzy here. I want to be able to do jazz hands and not make it ironic. We're on our last pass here. Well, second to last. And there's a couple of bits over there. I know if I don't get it, I'm going to hear about it. So I'm going to get that. Let me see here. There we go. I grab this. And yeah, there's a couple right along the edge over there I missed, but it's not going to fill anything up. We didn't get as much as I thought. Seems like a kind of a waste to fertilize and everything if that's all you're going to get. Let me see. I'm just going to go grab this here. God, this land is so bumpy. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I thought I was gonna hit that. Okay, here we go. Scoop it up. Bloop. There we are. And these two little bits here. Whoa. Yeah, it's not adding any. We didn't even gain a leader from getting those. All right, let's turn this off, I think. Raise it up. There we go. So we got, what, 2,700 liters or so, I guess? I've been trying to put them all in the same spot because I got to kind of scoop them all up. So I'll park this. You know, it's not going to be a lot of money, even by any standard whatsoever. Let me see. What is this? This is herbicide. We don't got a lot left of that. There's nothing left in there. And this is liquid fertilizer. How are the chickens doing? What are you doing, boys? Oh, you don't have any food again. Oh, my goodness. Now, the problem is I've had a lot of chicks. I'm not sure how many are 6 years old at this point. Or not 6 years old, sorry, 6 months old, which is where they have to produce, or is where they produce eggs at. Now, can I open the back of this? Let me see. I don't think I can. Which might make this a bit difficult to load, because I'm not sure my thing goes that high. Let me see here. Okay, yeah, make sure you take the cone with you. It wouldn't be a good game if I wasn't taking the cones everywhere. Okay, let me see. First, I want to see. Can I? Do the chickens eat buckwheat? Because I would love to have my own food being grown here for them, but I don't think they do. But it never hurts to check. No, I don't think they do. Jesus, could you imagine coming off the edge like that? Okay, is this going to be tall enough? Oh no. Oh no, it's as tall as it goes. Oh, goodness, why do I always buy the worst stuff? Oh! If I just slide out easy. Oh, no, you don't. There you go. Whatever works, buddy. Okay, let me see. I'm not sure if I can repeat that, but okay. So we do know that our forklift is trash. We do know that much. At least, so far, every trailer I've had pretty much will not allow me to put stuff in it without there being a major problem. The truck. There we go. Yeah, this one. All right, so. Now, this isn't pretty loaded, obviously. Well, you don't want to half bake a forklift here like that. That is not safe. Okay, let me see. I used to do, I had a forklift license. Yeah, I was that guy. All the ladies loved it. Okay. Everybody where I worked, I was a logistics expert for Kellogg's, and everybody in the warehouse had to have a lift truck license, and I had one. Ah, there we go. Jesus, barely. See, it should be halfway over the center point there. And it should tip. How is that? There you go. Okay. So we can use this here, but it sucks. So the second we can get a tractor with a front hookup thingy or a better forklift of some sort, telehandler or something, we need to get it because this thing is ridiculous. Now, if we look at... No thanks. I was just hearing it sucked. All right, so we go to prices. We go to buckwheat. It doesn't really... Oh, you know what, actually? It peaks next month. And not by a lot. All right, let's wait a month. We're not going to produce any chickens or stuff this way, but that's fine. We'll go sell this stuff. We're not going to get a lot here. I thought we were going to end up with more, but it looks like we're going to get maybe $1,000. Which is 100% not worth the effort. Like, I spent way more than $1,000 producing this $1,000. Okay. Put the straps on. There we go. Because it's $500 per 1,000 liters, right? So where do we want to take it? We'll take it to this. Tag this place. But where is that? Oh, school's in. Yeah, like, I don't think we're going to get dick all for this. We got chickens to feed. God, I hate it when you do all the right things. It's like you fertilize into it, and it's like, you made $12. It's like, okay, thanks. Now, canola makes a lot of money, but you don't get a lot of canola per harvest. I don't think I filled the thing once. Now, we could dump all this into chicken feed and try to get a pallet of chicken eggs, because they're worth quite a bit of money. But chicken feed's also expensive, so, like, the system hates me. It absolutely hates me. But welcome to Autumn in Sudbury, I guess. But we're still making headway. It's just incredibly slow. Like, what I was hoping is we'd get enough money from this that I could afford to get the big sprayer, so I don't have to go back and forth a million times and not be able to see where I'm going. But apparently that's not the case. And that's okay. I do notice a stark difference between my playthrough and Daggerwind's is that his map has nice little windy roads and stuff. We just don't have that around here. The roads are bridge-shaped. Most of the time, unless they have to go around terrain or something. So, like, this is very indicative of North America and farming. And he does a lot of European maps. Is it what I'm hearing? Thunder? Is that what I'm hearing? I would have loved to have bought that house and then farm the... Wait a minute. What is that worth? There's a field right here. What is that? That's only $14,000? The house is 29, but the field... I wonder what I could sell my field for. Because this way it'd put us right close to town, and we wouldn't have to think about driving as far. And it's super flat. But we'd have to come up with the 14 grand, and that is not ever easy. I like the idea of being closer to town, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I only got $1,500 for that. Jesus Christ, I can't win. All right, let me see here. I'm just curious here. Can I hop into this for a second? If I go here and I no wait a minute. If I go to here and I go to map, no map. There we go. I'm property 62. There I am. It's worth $29,000. This is half a hectare. What's this? 0.76. So why does this one look bigger? That's a Tim Hortons. Wait a minute. Okay, hang on. Let me just run over there for a second. It's telling me that the Tim Hortons is on the same property? Something about this don't add up. Hang on a second. I am enjoying the sunny rain, though. Don't get hit by a train. Oh, God. I saw that car, and I was like, oh, no. All right, let me see here. Want to go paddleboarding? We can go paddleboard. It's a little cold, but, you know. So here's the Dollar General, right? And then there's this field. So if I go back to the map, where am I? I'm in 19. That's 34 grand. Oh, what's this? Farmland. 800. I can buy the road? What? Doesn't make any sense. All right. I could buy this. That's 34,000, and that's 500,000. Jesus, look at the size of these lands here. What's this? Oh, okay. I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it. So you're telling me that's the Dollar General. That's a Tim Hortons. I can buy Tim Hortons, which has been a dream of every Canadian. What's that? 2 million. Oh, look at the size of the forest. Did you get this? Showing you the arable lands and stuff, but like 69,000. Oh, wait a minute. So I could buy the farmland next door, which is that field with the bees in it. Okay, I see. That's a pretty good deal. There isn't a ton of... It's 52,000. Like, there's arable fields everywhere, but like 109,000, 95. Like, it's very expensive to buy here, but you can like buy the thing. That's Kraza. And I'm pretty sure they're not productions. Like, I can't buy that, but I can buy the land it's on? Like, that's weird, man. I do like this one for $1 million. Just get a bunch of trees. Yeah, that's the thing, though. There's only like one good part of the map here. We've never been down this way. But yeah, there's definitely options here if I wanted to, say, buy the next door field. I could sell and buy the next door field. And that would give us the trees and everything. And it's a weird shaped field, but it's bigger than our property by a significant amount. And it's cheaper than our property. It's something to consider. Like, look at all that. Like, I own part of the road according to this. All right. Well, it's something worth thinking about. Oh, no. One of the bigger problems here is that I'm not making enough money to feed my chickens and get all the stuff I need. Like, I barely made enough money right now, and we got to figure out what crop we're doing next. Yes, stop raining on my parade, baby. Like, how old are all our chickens and whatnot? Let me see. Chicken, what do I got? Oh yeah, look at these. These are producing eggs, but not a lot. I think chicken feed alone is $300. And that doesn't even give us that much chicken feed. Okay, let me see here. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Consumables. Look at this. Look at these fertilizer things. Like, it's $3,200 for that crap. Okay, fertilizer, lime. There's our mods. Where's our mods here? Okay, so we need to find hand-lifted consumables. Here we go. Like, chicken feed is so expensive. Like, it's $375 for that. And I need, like, 2 of those. And then also on top of it, I'm pretty sure I need, like, seeds. Okay, we're going to need this. We're going to need this because we don't have that much left. Yep, there we go. And then on top of that, we have $700 left. We're going to need chicken feed, which is enough to... Oh my God. Why is pig food cheaper? You know what? Pigs will eat anything. That's probably why. Lime is cheap, but we don't have a lime spreader. So we're going to buy some chicken feed. Boom. And those are $386, which we're going to put towards a bag of seeds. Okay, well, that leaves us with nothing, basically. And we also have some chicken stuff to sell, but we're going to wait. And we got to figure out what we want to grow next based on the season. Usually I just do it based on season, not particular crops. So whatever's available this season, I'll pick. Now, at least this gets us a little bit ahead because I think we didn't use it all last time. So let me see here. Because I would love to buy that field right beside the Timmy Hose. But that's like 35 grand, which we just about have enough for. But if we did buy it, even if we had the money, like, we'd have to sell everything. It'd be real. Oh, you know what? We probably need fuel. We're getting kind of low. How do I refuel this garbage? Let me just park the trailer for a second. Change speed. Oh, cruise. How do I refuel? I don't know. I do not know. Hang on a second. There we go. And that's all our money. We are now broke. Okay, well, that's fine. We got a little fuel anyway. Oh, no, no, no. Race the train! Race the train! No! Ah! Whoops. I'll meet you at home. Well, interesting. I found a shorter way back home. And we may utilize that more often. Hey, cows. I wish I had cows. Cows produce milk. The milk's worth money. Maybe we should only grow crops that the chickens can eat. Think that would be the way to go? What do chickens eat in farm sim? I think they eat wheat. Well, I think they eat wheat. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna pull this around here. Like such. All right, and then, oh yeah, unstrap. There we go. And give the feed to the chickens. There we are. How much money is... We don't have a lot of eggs, so we got what? 454. Herbicide, which I think is down here. I guess we still had quite a bit left. I mean, I didn't need to buy it, but now we have it, so it doesn't matter. Fertilizer. And this is seeds. All right, this can go down by the cedar here. Oh, no, this IVC is in the way. Oh, wait a minute. Ah! There we go. And, there. Can I, Okay, it doesn't want to go in, apparently. Now, that should give us seed for a while. Which also means we should be able to back this up. A little wiggly, but we'll do it. Okay, there we go. So where do we go from here? Let me see. Stop that. Oh my God. Okay. Right now we're in, and we can plant field grass or alfalfa. I don't know. What is alfalfa worth? Not a lot, is it? Like, it's 170. Like, it's not worth crap. Okay, what do chickens eat? Let me see. Let me check that. Okay, they eat wheat, barley, or sorghum. So, and of course I hit the wrong button again. Let's see here. Wheat. Just out of the season for that. Barley. Out of season for that. And sorghum. That's the closest one that we can actually plant. It's worth a little bit. Oh, it's worth $1,000 a liter. Hang on a sec. Okay, so if that... Oh my God, this again. Okay. If that's true, okay, and I wanted to go to here. Where's my farming thing? Okay, let's see. Grain harvester. Can we do sorghum? I can't even remember now. Sorghum is that looking doohickey. Okay. We can. And when does that plant? Sorghum plants in March, and it is November. So we sleep until March, and we plant sorghum, I guess? I guess. I don't know. I'll be back in March. All right, it's April. And we need to... How many eggs do we got now? Not a ton. And they're just struggling for food ever. So that's that. So we need to plant... Or we're going to plant... We don't need to, I guess. We're going to plant sorghum. Because it just kind of makes sense. Also, we can get rid of the weeds this way by plowing this stuff into the ground. And like I said, I should go get like a cheap plow and then re-plow this whole thing so it's all field. So we get a little more, but I don't have the money for a cheap plow. God, I hate this. I hate this part of my yard. And I have no money to deal with it. Now, I guess I could technically do contracts if I wanted to make money, but I'm trying to avoid doing contracts. Because I feel like it's kind of a cheat code to get out of having to struggle. And, like, don't get me wrong, struggling sucks, but at the same time, it's part of why you play the game this way in a survival challenge, is to purposely make it harder, right? Like that's kind of the point. It's this corner though. This corner is the bane of my existence. If I can get like a $200 loan to fix this, I'd be quite happy. Actually, terrain manipulations game is fairly expensive, I've noticed. It's very easy to spend a lot of money very quickly. But let me sow this, or not sow this, let me do this and then we'll be back. All right, just about done. God, I hate that corner. But I'm not sure exactly, like, how to fix it without stuff getting really friggin' weird over there. Like, really, really weird. All right, come on. We're just making enough money to scrape by at this point, and it's starting to uncrank my tractor. All right, come on. There we go. Of course I missed. All right, there we go. Get that. Can you pre-fertilize a field? Is that a thing? Dude, get going. This is the worst tractor. But at least we have a tractor. Like, geez, we could be tractor-less, and that would suck. All right, let me see here. I don't use this very often, so I'm going to park this in the corner up over yonder. Hey, dear. There we go. Like, I'm curious. Can you, like, pre-fertilize? Needs lime, needs rolling. Oh, God, I wish I had a roller, but I can't afford a roller. Let's get the sorghum in the ground. We gotta select the type of seed we want. Chickpeas, dry. God, I hate this. I wish it was a menu. Can we not plant sorghum like from seed, or is it a like sorghum? There it is. All right, I wasn't sure if it was required a seeder or a planter. turn this on. And away we go. Now, is sorghum the ideal crop? Well, no, but it does feed my chickens, which is kind of what I'm looking for here. Because if I can get the chicken stuff rolling fairly cheap, and just send enough, like chickens will make a lot of money if they're producing eggs at a significant rate. Like I think a pallet of eggs is worth like $3,000 or $4,000 or something like that. Boy, this seeder has been a godsend. Like it takes 3 passes basically to do the whole field. All right, off she goes. There we are. Now, it says weeds are growing. I wonder if I can like, I don't think I can herbicide when it's this young. I don't think so. And it's not asking for any sort of fertilizer yet. Well, actually, let me check something here. Okay, calm down. Let me get my sprayer here. First of all, I want to transfer all of this into a single thing. It just makes sense to do that. There we go. That takes care of that. And then... okay, that's not enough. But now if we lower this and turn this on... I'm curious. Let me see. I can spray it, but you can't see where I've sprayed is the problem. Oh, let's just try to nail it. This is why I wanted the big wide one, because it would just make this process so much easier. But if we can kind of follow our previous tracks in the field, because we can still see them. Before we plant stuff, that might make it a bit easier to make sure we're spraying as much as humanly possible. It's a whole process, bud. Like we're talking, it's a lot. It's a lot. There we go. Look at that. That should be pretty close, I think. Not the best machine for this, but it would work. You know what it would do? It would work really well with like tree-style crops, which is probably what it's for. But this also lets me herbicide and fertilize at an incredible rate of speed. Compared to when I was doing it by hand. Because this thing travels at like 15 kilometers an hour, and that's fantastic. And I love doing it. I know everybody hates it. Like, why are you doing circles? Go back and forth. It's like, no, I love the circles, man. They get tighter and tighter. And then we're doing it so hard. So I got a birthday coming up. early next week. So you will see a birthday stream that might go on for a long bit of hours, because, you know, birthday. So I expect y'all to be there. I'll try to announce it in advance this time. I rarely do that with the streams. We'll have guest hosts. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that good at anything. All right. There we go. A little bit of de-weed and breed. That's what we're doing. Breeding chickens and de-weeding fields. Now the mechanical weeder was nice and cheap. But this is just infinitely faster. Sometimes when you're making videos, you got to choose between speed and accuracy. You know, like oh, I want to, because normally if you're playing this on your own, like by yourself, you'd want to eke every dollar you could out of this to speed up the process in the sense of production. I can't afford to do that. I would love to do silage, for example, but I would have to save the money to get a silage pit, and then grow grass, and toss the grass in there, and then pack it down. And that will make a ton of money, but without Buck's helping me. So if you guys want to see Buck's helping me, we'd have to put the series down to about once a week, or twice a week, and we'd have to get Buck's to be involved. Okay. Perfect. Can I put the rest of that in there? Whoa, get aggressive, tractor. Why don't you? Okay. Whoa, tractor. Calm down, buddy. There. That's all used up. And now we can, no, wait a minute. I want to put that back in there. I want to drop it out. There we go. Then drop this off. All right. So now most of this field should be, why does it say need fertilizing over here? Let's fertilize 0%. Can I fertilize right now? Because I would love to fertilize right now. There we go. I'm not sure you have to lower this to do this, because again, I think it's made for trees. Yeah, it's fertilized. Nice. Okay. Oh, and you can kind of see it now. Oh, see that darker spot? Yeah, that's what we wanted. See, why can't it always be this simple? Now, I never go right to the edges when I'm fertilizing because, well, it just feels like it's wasting fertilizer spraying it on the grass, so I always leave a little bit of a gap, but I guess it doesn't really matter. At the small of this field we got, we should probably try to get some out of it. Look at that. And this is fast enough where I can talk and I don't have to fast forward everything constantly. Now this is only 50% fertilization, so it makes you wonder, can you do 2 passes in one shot? I would doubt it. I think you can stop what we do. I doubt it. Okay, why is that song in my head now? Alright. Now, Canadians have an accent, but it ain't a good one. Now, the Irish accent, now that is a beautiful accent. And the Finnish accent. I watched a funny video the other day. I'm a huge fan. I've never made any hidden the fact that I'm a huge fan of black licorice. I love black licorice, and there's a type of black licorice that the Dutch refer to as zout, and sometimes, depending on the type, it's referred to salmiakki or whatever. And it is salty black licorice, and I'll tell you, I can't get enough of that stuff. And I'm diabetic, so I got to be careful with it. But I'll tell you, everybody in the comments is like, ugh, like black licorice and it's salty. It's like, I know it's weird, but I love it. There's also a type of liqueur, and I believe it's Finland. Don't quote me on this. That is this salmiakki flavor. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but and they don't sell it in Canada, and I want it so bad. Like, so bad. I was hoping I could find an importer at some point that would import it, but alcohol is a real weird thing to import, so. If anybody wants to send me a bottle, my address. No. I'm not sure you can legally send that through the mail. I think it's a fire hazard. But if I could ever get my hands on it, or you know a place in Canada to get it, I would love to know. I've searched a little bit. I haven't put too much effort into it. Obviously, I'm not a huge drinker. When I do drink, I like really expensive stuff. Not even really expensive, like I don't want like a Macallan 25 or something, but you know, I gotta have some Macallan 25. Don't ask questions, just go with it. But you know, I like an 18-year-old Glenfiddich or something like that. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, that didn't use too much up. Now I should be able to grab the rest of this. Is that not fertilizer? Oh no. There. Now that's 50% fertilized, right? Yes it is, look at that. The chickens have produced, what are eggs worth right now? I'm curious. Okay, let me see. I don't care about that. I care about, what do I care about? Nope. Oh, there it is. Prices for eggs. Miscellaneous. Should be under miscellaneous, right? Eggs. What is that per selling of? 1,000? Like, what's the amount? Like, is it per 1,000 eggs? Look, all I know is that this is 50% and we're good. So I'm going to end this episode here and we'll refertilize and harvest next episode. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please leave a comment, maybe subscribe. Maybe tell your friends to subscribe, get your dog to subscribe, tell me how these chicken eggs work. If you didn't like this, well, you should probably find yourself a real YouTuber because I'm not much of one. Thank you so much for watching. Love every view I get. SkapeGote! The side quest has been one of my favorite projects over the last couple of years. Thanks for watching. Out!